Hi, this is Sylvia, and this video is a companion to the third mind map that was sent about traffic sources. What is traffic sources? Traffic sources is basically building traffic to your site and the different types of sources, which are essentially the different types of webs out there on the internet that you can find people who would be interested in your subject matter, in the products or services that you're offering, or the knowledge that you have, and let you put your information in front of them. This can also be called link building, because basically with these different types of traffic sources, you are putting a link back to your site. Now there are, I guess, white hat ways of doing this and black hat ways of doing this for each of these methods that I'm going to show you. You have to, I'll give you an example. Think of your website as a store. Just because you have a store built and it's all ready doesn't mean people will find you. You have to put ads in the paper, or do a commercial, or send out flyers, or put ads in magazines. Basically, those different ad sources are similar to the different traffic sources that you need to put content or links on in order for, say, Google to associate your site to a certain subject, and also to connect with people that are interested in what you have to offer. Okay, let's get to the mind map. Now, each of these traffic sources could be a complete mind map on their own and can have 10 to 100 tips. I'm just going to go through some basic tips and highlight. Also, when you build your website, you might want to, a lot of what I have done in the past is basically decide on which of these traffic sources I want to use based on who I want to connect with. Okay, blog. This is talking about your actual blog or website. You want to write blogs regularly, whether it's once a week or once a month. I personally prefer to write once a week, and no more than once every 2 weeks. And what this does, it pretty much builds your relationship with your blog readers. It can help you establish rapport with other blog readers, and most importantly, it establishes your credibility as an expert with the information, products, or services that you're offering. Registering your blog. Basically, these are sites. These are 3 of the top ones, and there are more. But basically, these are sites where you go and register your blog and categorize it so that people who are going to these sites, or other bloggers who are going to these sites, can kind of find your site there. Think of it as a yellow pages for your blog. Okay, Web 2.0. We've all heard of WordPress and probably Blogger, but these are some of the top Web 2.0 sites. Basically, you can consider them kind of like mini sites. They are hosted by someone else. A lot of people are putting their pages up. So what you would probably want to do is put a brand new article on one of those mini sites, create an account, put a brand new article, and add some hyperlinks back to your site. Okay, now social networking. We've all heard of Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We've heard of popular ones right now are Instagram and Pinterest. Basically, these are more of a, as they put it, social way of connecting with people who are interested in what you're offering. Here's a quick method. You start talking and connecting with people. You add friends. You build rapport. You have conversations back and forth. It does take time, and you post regularly. Whether it's content that you're interested in, little comments, relevant news. This is all part of the social networking. Now, social bookmarking is basically these same sites, except your link to your site is added when comments are made. You could ask friends to put a link back to your site when they're on one of their social networks, like me asking one of my friends on Facebook to put a link up, or if they have a Twitter account, to put the link of my site up, so that basically Google will see that link, and the more people that are talking about it, that means, for Google, that means that that subject matter is popular. One of the ways to do that is right here. Like on your actual site, you actually have a bar where people could say, hey, I'm interested, I'm going to tweet this, or I'm going to put this on LinkedIn. Okay, let me see if I can find, go back to my page, which it won't let me. This is not good. There. Sorry. I have a little toolbar there that's was making it difficult. Articles. These are basically article directories. These are 4 of the very popular ones. This is, you know, like I said, kind of like putting an ad out there. You could write another 500 word article, or you could place one of your posts out in one of these directories. You put a link back to your website in the author box. Normally these sites do not allow you to put a hyperlink in the actual article, and it builds backlink. It helps you reach a bigger audience. There is a debate whether you should use a unique article, basically something different from your current post, or just that it's okay to put your post right on these article directories. If you're going to do the distribution method, which is basically what I just said, make sure that your article is indexed by Google first before you put it on one of these sites. If you're going to do an article completely different from what's on your actual site, then you could do it right away. Not a problem. Document sharing sites. This is very similar to article directories, except it's a document sharing site. Scribe is a very popular one right here. Basically, you upload your article with a link in it, and this is a very popular, well, it's not a very popular method. This is a very safe method, because these sites, Google recognizes that they are duplicate content, or duplicate to the content on your blog, because you're sharing a document. Press releases. Pretty much cut and dry. You write a press release, you put up to 3 hyperlinks within the press release, and you distribute it. You can either distribute it yourself, or you could distribute it through a distribution service like PR Web. So you can hire someone to write the press release, or you could write the press release yourself. Also a very clean way of getting a backlink. And finally, there is forum. This is actually a really good way of connecting with people who are interested in your subject. Remember to follow the forum rules. You get to add your URL in the signature, which basically provides a backlink back to your site. And it's a great way to connect with people who are interested in what you want to share. Alright, I'm going to stop this video right now because we're already at 10 minutes. And I'm going to do another video to talk about this side of the traffic mind map.